guys, and welcome back to Real Life with Abi. My name is Abimbola. Thank you so much for stopping by. So if this is your first time on my channel, or you've been here before but have never subscribed, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button and then click on the bell to turn on the notification so you can be notified whenever I post new videos. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. It's really good to see you again. I appreciate you guys. I always appreciate you guys. So guys, a Nigerian couple to be have had their wedding allegedly cancelled by their Deeper Life pastor for eating from the same plate a week to their wedding. So the couple ate from the same plate 1 week before their wedding, and because of that the pastor cancelled their wedding. So a Twitter user called Oladele Dada, or at Real Oladele, shared details of the strange happening. According to Real Oladele, the couple were set to wed on June 8, 2019 and had their traditional wedding on June 7, 2019. But during the course of the traditional wedding, they received a text saying that their wedding set to hold the next day had been suspended. So let's go to the tweet. Oladele Dada had twisted. So I'm going to be narrating a funny story that was shared with me by a friend of mine who went for the wedding of his cousin that was cancelled on Saturday 8, 2019 at Okutukutu, Bayelsa by Deeper Life Church they attend. And then he's also posted the messages from the chairman marriage committee to this couple. So the first one was sent on June 4th, which says, wedding rehearsal holds Wednesday 5th June at campground from 3:30 to 4:15 p.m. All MC members, intending couples, and their witnesses to attend, please be punctual. God bless you. And then they sent the damaging one on the 7th of June, and it goes, your wedding is suspended. 2 of you are placed on discipline. Oladele Dada carried on with his tweets. I don't criticize pastors or churches, but this is overwhelming and annoying. So after all the preparation for wedding, the state overseer of Bayelsa State called the chairman marriage committee of the church to suspend the wedding. The message sent was, your wedding is suspended. 2 of you are placed on discipline. This was sent on Friday during the traditional marriage. Please, who does this after all the preparation for wedding? So the family of the bride drove to the state overseer house to beg him to allow the wedding to hold. The mother of the bride was rolling on the floor crying and begging the pastor, but the man refused to answer and walked out on them. Even Jesus Christ never did like that to sinners. So after crying, they went back home and the bride almost ran mad. And this is another reason that can lead to depression. And I can provide at Mentally Aware NG contact to one of the family members to help connect the bride to a psychologist. The wife and husband said the chairman of the marriage stated that the reason why Bayelsa State Overseer suspended the wedding was because the couple ate in same plate a week ago, which the state overseer said it's wrong and should never happen until after wedding day. I want Deeper Life Bible Church General Overseer Pastor Kumuyi to look into this and call Bayelsa State Overseer to explain why he purposely decided to spoil this family's day of joy. So guys, that was Oladele Dada's tweet on the 9th of June. And because of the nature of this whole story, so it's gone viral and people have been contacting Oladele Dada, and then he's gone back to post and said, so a friend of mine just sent me this and got over 100 calls that I'm on the news everywhere for what I tweeted about Deeper Life Bible Church. Well, it's good. They must help us question that state overseer. What he did was pure wickedness. And trust Nigerians, people have reacted to this story. They've reacted to what this guy has done, what the so-called pastor has done to this couple. And I'm just going to read a few of those comments to you. They're quite overwhelming. So Kemi said, sheer madness. I will dust my feet and be done with the church. No human being will spoil my wedding day. Is he God? So even if you dust your feet and stop going to that church, they've already spoiled the wedding day. The wedding cannot hold because it's not easy to arrange a wedding in one day. Who is going to be the pastor to join them together? So Gini Kayode said, the couple have been brainwashed because it's not like it's compulsory for them to wed in that denomination. And then Colorful Charat said, laugh out loud, but these guys are already married now. When will we start recognizing traditional wedding as an actual wedding ceremony? Court registry wedding is a wedding too. People should be able to pick and choose which to do or do all if it pleases them. And then Omezirebe, the pastor na Johnson man, my guys for no go wed any babe if she never get belle or drop one for them. Pastor they learn. So this Owa Obokun posted, Bro, are you in Lagos? If yes, kindly go to the Bagada headquarters tomorrow morning. Ask for the church secretary. He will grant you audience. So he's actually telling this Oladele Dada to go to the headquarters of Deeper Life and request for audience regarding this whole issue. So Omeni Korobia replied to Owa Obokun's tweet. Audience to undo the damage. Uchu Gbagbukwa. Unu Ncha there. I don't know what that means. So youngest old man replied, if you can't keep church doctrine, there is court wedding. That's a silly statement, I think. What's the church doctrine that cannot be kept? The fact that they ate from the same plate. What is wrong with eating from the same plate? They were not caught in bed together. Anyway, Euphrates said, or you change denomination. There are 1,001 of them in this country. And then youngest old man replied, must there be a church wedding? What's the essence of it, if I may ask? And Pamela Odibeli, nonsense and suspension. If they like, they should not marry, they marry. And then GTMI Dabudi, please don't criticize them before Kumuyi will come and say we should stop criticizing Buhari. And the twists go on and on. So maybe pray. The pastor is the one in charge of screening sinners in heaven. Better take his number now, so him go past you. Anyway, that's a funny one, but this is really a serious matter. It's not really a joking matter at all. And Tamuna Belaparibia, he is mad. Maybe pray. If not only mad, no good. In the craze join. So this person, her, he, Dexter, so they didn't get married. He asked the question. They did not get married still. No, they did not get married. The marriage was cancelled. This was just last weekend. So the marriage did not hold according to the tweet. So Bamidele tweeted, seems this wedding is this month. I don't think the parties are serious. Rolling on the ground begging, laugh out loud. They better sort up outdoor church, get a pastor from the family and do what they have to do. Churches add nothing to a wedding. Both parents should go ahead with their kids. It's too late for that now. And the Oradumoke Shalom Esquire, rolling on the floor made me laugh like it's death sentence. And then Pebble meddling Tonye, nothing to say. Now this kind of discipline that they like. Change church ASAP. Even Jesus ate with sinners. Mary Magdalene was his bestie. I'm tired of African doctrine of Christianity. If you were the GO's children, would they suspend the wedding? I doubt if they will do that. I doubt if they will suspend the wedding. I'm sure the wedding will carry on. Nobody will hear about it. So, Ricky, I'm a member, but I don't in any way support the actions of the SO. I'm also very certain the GS would not support his actions too. He went overboard with this one really. I know the rules guiding our MC, but for God's sake, they only shared a meal together. God bless you, Ricky. My thoughts exactly. So Pebble meddling Tonya replied, so you know there's nothing wrong with sharing a meal, right? In that case, I bet they wouldn't have suspended the GO's kids. They wouldn't. I'm sure they wouldn't. So Ricky carried on. Pastor Kumuyi has already preached a message on the excesses of the marriage committee in the church. They basically overdo things always, and they've been corrected. Some church doctrines don't apply in present age relationships and needs to be scrapped. You need to tell them that they need to look into whatever rules they've got that controls what happens before people get married. They need to do something about it. This is absolutely unacceptable. So Eniola Adebiyi, that man will likely deserve that committee. He complained at one point about the excesses. So I actually think these people that are tweeting are members of the Deeper Life Bible Church. So they know there are problems when it comes to the marriage committee. And it's obvious there's been problems in the past. So it's nothing new to them. So Ricky replied, Enola Debi, as in bro, last he would disband them. The excesses is becoming unbelievable. Man and woman who will become husband and wife in days shouldn't eat from the same plate because of what I don't get. I shall know that Pastor Kumuyi won't let this slide without discipline. So let me just read one or two more comments to you. So Ekene Dennis, truth is that those outside won't understand what's going on inside. Kumuyi is tired of marriage committee and has openly preached against their practice right openly in the church. The man is trying and can't take decision for every marriage decision in the church. And then he continued, that's why a marriage committee has been put in place, but these guys feel like demigods at times. The man has cuckoo said that's one of the things he would disband before he goes. So let me just read one last comment. Kunle Adeigbe, Naija Nawa. After the stress of looking for that special one person among 190 million people and all the stress of courtship, one pastor decides to play God and suspend the wedding with a day to go. Stupid, isn't it? These are religious beliefs safe. Aren't we taking it a little too far? So that's just a very few of the comments that people have left on this tweet. I cannot but wonder what Bible the so-called pastor that canceled the wedding reads. I don't think I have seen anywhere in the Bible where it says a man and a woman cannot be joined together in holy matrimony just because they ate together from the same plate before they were married. What was the sin committed in eating from the same plate? Torture or what? If anyone can, please let me know, because I don't really understand that bit. How can anyone be so ignorant, inconsiderate and wicked to turn someone else's day of joy into a day of sorrow? The atrocities of some of these African pastors, especially Nigerian pastors, is becoming alarming. How did such a man become an ordained man of God? Because his action clearly shows he does not have a good understanding of the Bible. I don't think the decision to cancel the couple's wedding would have been taken solely by the pastor. There was a meeting held by the marriage committee in charge of marriage in Deeper Life Church in Bayelsa. And to say that none of them had the ability to think clearly and see that this was wrong is beyond imagination. They did not even consider all the hard work, the money that has been spent, the emotional and physical stress that had gone into planning the wedding, the stress that the couple would have gone through over the years during their dating period, during their courtship period. This is pure wickedness. Unfortunately, being joined together in matrimony is not something one can arrange within a day. Otherwise, I would have just said that the couple should have found a way of going ahead with the wedding, but that's not possible. I believe they are already married anyway, since they've had the traditional wedding. All they need now is some kind of blessing, which is what a church wedding is for. But now they have been denied that. According to the tweet, apparently the bride almost ran mad, but for the grace of God. But tell me really, which woman would not almost run mad having their wedding cancelled by some low-life pastor just before the wedding, a day before the wedding, just because they ate from the same plate with the groom? Now, what for these pastors, though, I don't understand them at all. This is getting out of hand. It is getting out of hand. Will this so-called pastor cancel his own child's wedding at the last minute just because they are found eating from the same plate before they were joined together? I don't think so. You will be surprised that even if the pastor catches his children in bed together, they will pretend nothing has happened and carry on with the wedding. That's the way people are. They wouldn't let anyone know. They will carry on with the wedding, but they have the guts to cancel somebody's wedding a day before the wedding just because they were found eating together from a plate, from the same plate. What sin have they committed exactly? I don't know what sin that can be called. I really don't understand it. I hope this couple find another church to carry on their service for God, because that church is definitely not a church of God, but filled with so much wickedness. So I just pray that God will uphold them so they don't derail, so they are not discouraged and they carry on worshiping and serving God as they have been doing before this happened to them. Alright guys, so the topic is Bayelsa's Deeper Life Bible Church State Overseer cancels a couple's wedding a day before their wedding just because they ate together from the same plate. And the church believed they should not eat together from the same plate until after they have been joined together in holy matrimony by a man ordained pastor, a man ordained pastor, not God Almighty. So what says you? Let's have a conversation in the comment section about this wicked act. Or do you feel I'm being over dramatic and agree with the pastor? Share your thoughts with us, whatever they are. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.